Hi guys, welcome to another episode of The Beautiful You Show. Today I am coming to you with a book haul. I love books. I've been reading books for as long as I can remember. Have you ever seen the movie Matilda? And she's like this little girl that goes to the library and borrows all these books and just reads them all. That's how I felt when I was younger. I always loved books. So there's a few books that I recently purchased, and I will show you the first one so that I can get it over with. So my daughter, I actually let this to my daughter. She's checking it out right now. It's called Girl Wash Your Face by Rachel Hollis. I heard Rachel Hollis on a podcast, and one thing I liked about her is she spoke with such confidence. And yes, a lot of people speak with confidence, and that's really attractive. But she doesn't have a college degree. She's not necessarily an expert, but she's built a following. She's built a brand. And she's done that by working hard and not believing in self-doubt. So I wanted to check out her book. That's probably going to be next on my list to read. I listen to a lot of podcasts, so anytime there's somebody that captures my attention, I always want to learn more about them. And this one, I bought the book because, why did I buy the book? I forget why. Usually I try to borrow the audiobook or borrow the book from the library first to kind of check it out to see if it's something that I have to have, or if it's something that one time I read it and I'll be okay. But this one I went ahead and I got it. And so we'll see how that goes. She had a movie that came out. So she does a workshop thing. So she does like a 2-day workshop. I think she does it in a bunch of different states. Her and her husband do it. I think it's called Chick Media or something like that. So I watched the movie. It's very inspiring, very uplifting for any woman entrepreneurs. I just went to the bookstore today and her book was also in the Christian book center book area. So I didn't know that prior to buying the book, but that's probably one of the selling points also. Another book that I bought is by Carolyn Dweck. It's called Mindset, the New Psychology of Success. And so this one talks about the new psychology of success, how we can learn to fulfill our potential, but it talks about what mindset is needed to be successful. So you can have a fixed mindset that's kind of concrete in your thinking, or you can have a growth mindset, meaning that when challenges come, how do you handle challenges? And so a fixed mindset gets stuck in the challenge and gives up. But a growth mindset tends to look at it as a puzzle to solve and to like improve upon and keep going. So I also heard her on a podcast. I forget which podcast it was, but it intrigued me so much that I went and I bought the book. So I'm excited to read it. I actually started reading it, and it's pretty good. She's pretty much explaining what mindset is and how it shows up in different people, but I haven't gotten to the part where how you can go about using your mindset to be successful or changing your mindset. Okay, this next one, it is kind of dirty and I don't know why. I don't know if I borrowed or I bought it second. I think I bought it secondhand from Amazon, but it's by Shefali Tsabary. And so I first heard her on the Oprah Super Soul Sunday podcast, and I just gravitated towards what she was saying. So this one is called The Awakened Family, A Revolution in Parenting. And her other book is called The Conscious Parent. And so what she talks about is how I am a parent, how we as parents kind of exercise all our insecurities, all our unfulfilled dreams through our child. And we don't just accept who our children are and nurture that. We kind of mold and guide them towards the things that we want for them versus it being a, a relationship where we allow them to follow their dreams, follow their interests. And so we put a lot of our own ego, like, why are you doing this to me? You know, that kind of thinking. And that just, I just gravitated towards that, you know. And it talks about how, like, children don't belong to us. So that's her type of thinking. Children don't belong to us. We're just entrusted with being their stewards or being their caretakers. But they are equally spirits that need to be honored, just like any other spirit. And so I am excited to read that, which leads me to the second book I got. It's called The Conscious Parent. And this one, again, it's by Tsabary. So I'll read the back to you. It says, the time has come for parenting to become what it was always meant to be, about the parent. Dr. Tsabary details how our children can be raised as conscious adults only when we as parents allow ourselves to be raised into a higher state of consciousness. So, oh my gosh, that just spoke to me, because it's more of a thought with leading through consciousness and leading through love versus leading through ego and leading through fear. Continuing, it says, this innovative parenting style recognizes the child's potential to spark a deep soul searching, leading to transformation in parents. Instead of being merely the receiver of the parent's psychological and spiritual legacy, children function as ushers of their parents' development. So it's almost like your child is raising you. So anything that your child mirrors to you are the things that you need to take care of. Continuing again, sorry. Once parents are learning alongside their children, power, control, and dominance become an archaic language. Instead, mutual kinship and spiritual partnership are the focus of the parent-child journey, because parents unwittingly pass on an inheritance of psychological pain, the emotional shallowness, Traditional books on parenting abound with clever techniques for control, together with quick fixes for dysfunctionality. In contrast, Dr. Tsabary's conscious approach to parenting, children serve as mirrors of the parent's forgotten self, which I just said. Once a parent finds their way back to their essence, they enter into communion with their children. Parent and child awaken to the ability to relate in a state of presence. That just sounds so beautiful to me. I want to be more present. I want to be more conscious. And I want to be an example of that for my children, in wanting them to be more conscious. And I feel like if I can mirror that or model that for them, that they'll be on their path a lot sooner. And so that leads me to my last book purchase in this haul. And this one is called, I don't know if you can see it. Oi, it's upside down. It's called The Artist's Way Starter Kit by Julia Cameron. So Julia Cameron, she said, so I also heard her, I've heard of this book several times, but I also heard her on a podcast. But she said she was writing this book for a friend that was having like a creative slump. And so this is built with any artist in mind. You could be a painter, you could be a writer, you could be a director, you could be an actor, an actress. So it's called The Artist's Way. It's the starter kit. It comes with the journal and workbook, and then it also has the regular Artist's Way book. It's a course in discovering and recovering your creative self. And so something she talks about, which is why you get the what is this called, the workbook. are morning pages. And I think I might have spoken about morning pages before, but it's about like doing kind of a mind dump in every single morning into like a journal or a notebook, just to get all that blocks your creativity, blocks your energy, keeps you from creating and engaging in your best work. Get that out, put that on the pages, and then go about doing what you need to do. And then she has different steps, different activities. So I'm excited to read these. I like having the physical copy so I can go back and reference it. But those are my recent book hauls. I will let you know how I enjoy them. They probably will show up on a review. I still am reading through, I have it right here, Choose Wonder Over Worry. I am enjoying it. I just keep popping up with other books that I keep reading, but I'll focus and I'll get back to you with a review. But thank you so much for joining me.